Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Uniquely Robin's. I'm Robin, and today we're going to work on our Christmas journal. I did add a piece of red ribbon down through here just to combine the two sides a little bit better over the weekend. And we're going to start on working on the front of our journal. And I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure that out together. Everybody get their coffee. I definitely had mine. Still got some a brewing, so around this house we never run out of coffee. I just got out some little bits and pieces of stuff that I thought we might use on this, but I'm not sure what we're going to use for sure. But we are going to work on the front first. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Got really cold last night. I have a piece of this cheesecloth linen. I'm thinking about maybe using that on the front. Definitely don't need it that big. Oh, I gotta figure out how to sharpen on my scissors because they are dull. We're just gonna rip them because we want it to be a little tatty. Pull off some of these big strings here. We may use those later for something. Who knows? I think if we put it in the middle, maybe. I have these two here. I thought maybe we might use either one of them on the front or maybe even both of them. A little bit of a black edge here. Don't really want. You know, something like this maybe. I'm not sure. I think the kids would like that better, but I kind of like that. I don't know. Which do you think? I am going to get some ink here because I'm definitely going to ink these up. I apologize. I have kind of a small space here I'm working in. Let's see. I know I'm definitely going to want that a little tattier. And I'm thinking maybe if we put a little piece of this on there too. Might. Maybe. Let's see what it looks like when we get it down to size here. Everybody looking forward to the holidays. I kind of like that. Let's see what this one looks like. I have a lot of choices, I guess. I've got some postcardy like stuff up there. Let's see what we got. Feeling a little indecisive today. I don't know why, but he's kind of cute. Tried to dig out all the Christmas stuff I did have. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of Christmas stuff, but some. I don't know. Santa on a horse, I don't think the kids would understand that. Well, I'm thinking this one pops a little better on there, so let's go with that for now. Maybe we'll use that one inside. The front of this has a little velvet, the design on it is velvet popped up, and everything wants to stick to it. All right, well, let's ink this up and see what it looks like that way. Might need to get some ink. That ink pad's drying up. Usually I use the vintage photo ink, but I thought the black would look better on this one. And this is Tim Holtz Distressed Inked in Black Soot, which I kind of like that and think that black soot kind of goes with Sandy, doesn't it? I'm going to take some of this ink off and let's put a little on the page. Kind of get that white down just a little bit. Sorry if my arm's in the way. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I kind of like that on there. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, but before we put these on, I'm going to take my little pokey tool here and let's shabby it up a little bit. I just pull some of the threads out along the edges. And that gives it a little more of a frayed look. And it will fray a little more as you go. Depending on where your glue is to stop it. Usually I sew that, but I really don't want to sew in this journal. I want to try to make these to where anybody can do it with limited things. I don't have a lot of the fancy tools and stuff. Most of it I do by hand, and if there's something I want to do that usually takes a fancy tool, I contemplate for a while and try to figure out how I can do it without that. Okay, I think that's good for that one. And do we want to do the same on this? Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. This is I'm not sure exactly what kind of fabric it is. It's very thin though. It has a very soft feel to it, and it gives a lot. This side didn't have much ravel, so we'll take a little more out of that side. Sometimes you gotta coerce it to do what you want it to do. There we go. Okay, yeah, I kind of like that. It almost like it has some kind of nylon in it. That's just a scrap, I think, from an old blouse that I had. Got a stain or something on it. Okay, let's try that. All right, if we put this here, I think we want to come over a little bit. I have some white beads, like I think we might put down the side like little pearls. I'm not sure yet. Do you want it this way? Yeah, let's do that. And then it has some words, and if you just go into Microsoft Word, if you have an iPhone, Pages, any kind of a Word program, you can just type in a bunch of words that have to do with Christmas or whatever, make them whatever color you want. This one I did print out with tea stain paper on the inside. I actually put the tea stain paper in the program before I put the words on, but you can print these out just on plain paper or just the background as plain. I'm not being very clear today, I don't think. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. But anyway, if you just print it out with a white background as you're in your word processor or whatever you're using, then you can just print it onto tea stained paper, and that will save you some ink, because when you do it this way, it does use a lot of your ink. Let's see. We got Believe in the Magic of Christmas. Let's Merry Christmas. No. How about we put, well, let's put, it's all sleigh bells somewhere where to go. Well, I lost it. Let's use 'Tis the Season. We'll just cut that out. I would love to buy every kit that's out there, because they're all so beautiful. But sometimes we just don't have the funds for all that. So these are things that you can do with just, you know, stuff. And if you have any craft stuff around your house at all, you can make a journal. Just got to get a little creative. Ink that up a little bit. All right, and I have a small piece of this over here. And that's the stretchier one. I think we want this one. No, what's it? Here. Oops. Okay, now we just need this big enough to put that letter on. Sorry about that. I think I bumped you. You either need to get some new scissors or get these sharpened because they're not very sharp. Now this one I'm going to want pretty frayed, I think. I'm hoping this is not too much on here. Sometimes get a little carried away and just keep going, and then it's too much. They're gonna fit? Yes. Yeah, that'll look good. Okay. Let's fray these edges just a little more. And as far as fabric, I mean, you can use any kind of fabric you have around the house. Old tea towel, old clothes you were going to take to the Goodwill. You know, check them out first. I found this blouse, that material I was talking about earlier, had some appliques on it, and I cut those off, and it had some, I don't know if I have any right here or not. No, I don't. It had almost like little embroidered flowers, and I cut all those out, just sitting in front of the TV with nothing else to do, watching TV, and I just kind of cut it up and put it in my stash. Okay. Okay, some of these are a little long, so I'm going to trim those up. Here. Okay. There we go. Had my grandkids over the weekend. I haven't seen them in about a month, and I really missed them. When my daughter and her husband lived here in town, I went and got them every Tuesday, one or the other of them, so I could have some one-on-one time, and she could have one-on-one time with the other one. And we would always do a craft, and then we would bake something. And I really missed that. They grow up so fast. Okay, we're going to put some glue on here. Well, if I can get my glue to come out, we will. But, as I said, they were here this weekend, and we had a magnet emergency. I made some magnets from some farm stickers for the refrigerator they love to play with, and they were getting a little tatty, so I made some unicorn ones that my granddaughter just loved. And my grandson wanted some cars and trucks, and I did have some car and truck stickers, so we were trying to make some, but this last thing of the magnetic sheets that I bought, they were not very sticky at all. So we had to make a couple of those real quick, so he had some cars to play with. And sometimes I put them on a cookie sheet so they don't fight over the refrigerator. But they just love playing with those. They play with them every time they come. Okay. Got that. Now we want to put this other piece on there. Probably should use Fabri-Tac for this, but this does a great job. I use it all the time. I don't have any Fabri-Tac right now, so this is what we got. This is what we use. I'm kind of all about using what we got. Okay, do I want this straight or yeah, I think I do want it straight in the middle. Well, maybe just a little offset. How about that? Crooked. Doesn't have to be precise. It's handmade and it's, there we go. Okay, now I'm trying to think if I should round these corners or not. No, I don't think so, because the book itself is square. Sometimes I do round these corners, but since they're square, I don't think we will. So let's glue this down. I think we're going to put it a little off center up this way. Okay. And then we can put our little word down here that says, what do we pick? 'Tis the season. Okay. The little ones are so funny, aren't they? My grandson he'll be 3 or 4 in January, and my granddaughter will be 3 in December. And then my oldest grandson will be 9 in January, and they were watching his school play. I put it on the TV for them, and it was so funny because they were trying to dance like he was dancing in his concert at school. And of course, this year, with everything that's going on in the world, they were only allowed 2 tickets apiece for their mom and dad to come and see. And my grandson wanted my husband and I to go, and I felt really bad because we couldn't. Okay. Now, what else do we want to put on here? I cut out some, or punched out, I guess, with the little machine last night. I have a little, I don't know what I did with it. I was going to show it to you. The little die cutting machine, but I have just a little tiny one. That's the only one I have. So I can only cut small things out, but I did do a few little fussy cut things just to see what we might use in this last night. And we have some little wreaths, little trees. Oh, we have some snowflakes. Maybe we can use some of these little snowflakes. A little reindeer. The little snowflakes are kind of cute, aren't they? do you think? Probably look better if it's more red, but there's some ornaments. Oh, the little bell's cute. I like the little bell. Some of these are too thick, and not too thick, but 2 pieces thick. And there we go. I didn't think I was gonna get them apart. Yeah, maybe I should have done more on the red. The blue doesn't really look that great. Oh, I dropped one. That's right. I have a hard time telling whether they're 2 or not. There we go. I know I did more red. Here's the little red tree. I think the blue actually stands out better out this direction. I know blue's not really a Christmassy color, but that really was Christmas paper. It had some red candy canes on it. My grandson said I had to cut out the trucks because he liked the trucks. So we'll have to use those in the book somewhere because he cut those out. Oh, the blacks stand out really well. There's a snowman. I don't know. I think that's too much, Dan. I guess that's only one. I don't know. Sometimes you just play around, and sometimes it works out the way you want, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't really like that. Let's see what this looks like up here. Maybe it was a different color. Maybe I'll try to put out a different color. I'm not really sure you can tell that's a tree, but that's what it's supposed to be. What else do we have? Let's see. We have some of this candy cane. Striped paper. That's kind of cute on there. Wonder if we do a couple of rows of that. Just for a little added egg. I kind of like that. Okay. I can cut straight here today. Needs something over there, doesn't it? I kind of like that, but let's see if we can put maybe a little piece of lace behind it. We have a really tiny roll here. Oh, that might be too little. But this is kind of the process. You just kind of go with what you think and play off of that. I have some of these. Let's see. Oh, this little Santa's cute. I like the old-fashioned Santas. I don't know about you guys. Let's try him on there. Think that's too much Santas, or kind of liking that. What else do we have? And the Santa with little children. That's too wide. I kind of like him on there. I think I'm going to have to get some replacement ink for that. I didn't think I used this one too much, but maybe I did last Christmas. I do use this one at Christmas time a lot. All right, let's see what he looks like there. Yeah, I kind of like him on there. I think he'll be all right. I'll glue him up a little bit. Now, I don't know if you guys use this art glitter glue, but I just love this stuff. It is such great glue. And it seems to last a long time. Okay. Now somewhere, I know I have some buttons that are like little candy canes and stuff. I might dig some of those out later. I like this strip though. I'm wondering if it would look good. Of course, I already cut it now. I probably don't have enough left. Would have looked nice down through there just to break that up a little. Yeah. I'm sure I have another piece somewhere. I've got all kinds of little scraps from last year. Have some candy cane one. That might be a little too thick, I think. Maybe. Sometimes I have a hard time going from a kid's book, which really not a kid's book, I guess it's for my daughter, but for her to put her kids' pictures in. One tool I do have that I would have a hard time doing anything without is my paper trimmer, because I'm not a very straight cutter. That's why this was not cut straight to begin with. There's a little sliver of white along that edge. Of course, I could ink it in it, it would go away, but there, we got it. Let's see if I can cut this straight. I really, really appreciate you guys bearing with me here while I try to work out all the kinks. Not really big on technology, so this is all new to me. We did have Facebook and stuff before. When my sister moved to North Carolina, I got a Facebook so I could keep in touch with her and the kids a few years back. But a couple of years ago, we had a lot of trouble with, that's too wide, isn't it? We had a lot of trouble with people hacking in our phones and stuff and getting into everything, including our bank account. So we shut all that stuff off. And was kind of leery of bringing it back. That just says Christmas. I think we already have Christmas there, so we won't use that. Okay. So just getting back into it and everything is a little on the difficult side. I think that's good. I do have some pearl things I will find. I don't want to make you wait while I dig through all these drawers, because no matter how many times, I hope you guys don't have this problem, but probably a few of you probably do, where you know you have something and you can't find it. So I spent a whole day organizing everything in my area here, and would you know, I still can't find stuff. You never can remember what drawer you put stuff in. I try to put stuff together. Okay, let's let this dry a little bit. While that's drying, I wanted to show you this, because we were probably going to make one of these and put it inside. This is like a CD card, but we're going to make it into a shaker. And a lot of people will go out and buy the acetate paper to use to do that. But I have a little tip for you. When you buy stickers, they all come on these like acetate sheets. Save those, because they come in very handy, because we're going to use this to make our little window in here. As a matter of fact, since that's drying, why don't we just do that now? Hopefully we have enough time. I wasn't so jibber jabbering. We're going to put a piece of this acetate on here. Now you want to push it down, but try not to get your glue too close to your window opening, because if you do, it'll run out into this middle area, and you don't want that. And your little shaker pieces will stick too. It's underneath there, okay. On that side. Okay. Now let's trim this down. Probably should have cut it before I glued it down, but I want to make sure it covers the window. I'm just not focused very well today and having a terrible time. And those strings want to hang on everything, don't they? Yeah, save these little pieces. They come in handy for a lot of things. Those little, what are they called? Specimen cards, I think is what people call them. On tags and stuff. Those come in handy for that. Just a lot of everything. I have a drawer full of nothing but this kind of stuff. Little plastic pieces. Okay. See, and this is going to fold up. We are going to put another piece back there, but we're going to put something in between it. And let's see, what are we going to put in between it? Well, that's kind of cute, isn't it? Yeah, let's use that. I'm just going to take a pencil and mark where my window's coming around. So for one, I know where to put the glue. And ink it up, and that'll make him stand out a little more. Guess I didn't have to do the bottom, did I? Oh, well. Okay. Yeah, and that'll give me a little spot at the bottom where I can glue that at. Let's see, I'll start here. Just for a little more stability. Fit it down on our lines. And this is going to be on the inside, so you're not going to see those lines. Make sure we can still fold. Trim them off just a little bit. There. There, it'll fold. Got a piece of something on there. Okay. There we go. I think it was just a piece of glue. Okay. Now to make our shaker part of this, we're going to have a couple of pieces of card paper. You can use glitter in this. Some people use, oh goodness, let's empty this first because I don't know what's in there. Yeah, we don't want those colors. Glitter, sequins. For pink ones, I have some teeny tiny like little diamond things that are really pretty in those. But for Christmas, I think this will work. And we're just gonna get us some round confettis. want some white too. Kind of look like snowflakes in there. Sorry for the noise, guys. Not a very quiet process, is it? I probably should have done this before I started. That should be good. And we'll save those because we're going to use that for later. All right, now we have these little confettis. And I think we're going to make this a shaker card so you can shake it. But I think I'm going to glue just a few of these on the outside because they will settle to the bottom until you actually shake it. So this way it'll look like they're up there all the time. This is not going to be an easy process with this little tiny thing. We're just going to put just the teeniest bit of glue on there. Hoping it doesn't leave like a residue on there where you can't see. Another red one. Man, these little things are hard to keep hold of, aren't they? Try to keep this random, but you know, whenever you try to keep something random, you always end up with some kind of a pattern, don't you? Okay. I think one or two up here at the top, that'll be enough. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Close my glue up or else it'll dry out on the tip and I don't want that. Okay. So there, yeah. Now we want to put our back piece on. This one I am gonna cut before I glue it down. Oops, lost a snowman. Hazards of Christmas, they never stay around forever, do they? Oop, a little longer than I need. I don't want to cover up where we're going to fold that top flap. So, yeah, I think that's good. Now on this one, we're going to want to glue just 3 sides for now because we want to put our confetti down in there. So we're going to glue just these 3 sides right now. Okay. And we're going to place this on. Because we want to make sure we cover the whole. Now you can use double-sided tape for this. To put your papers down. Sometimes a few of your glitters will stick to it, but not bad. I didn't cut that short enough, did I? But it will ensure that your little confettis don't fall out. Okay. There we go. This glue does dry clear, which is a good thing because it's squishing just a little bit right there on the corner, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, we're gonna have to let that dry just a tad. And you can do these with tags. Try not to get my hand in your way. If you have a circle punch, or you're good with scissors to where you can cut it out. I don't have a circle punch. I have this flower punch that I got on clearance. That might be a little long while that's drying. Just it down at the bottom. This is kind of like a flower shaped punch, which I do like, and I use it for lots of different stuff. Sometimes I cut it in half or fold it in half and use it for tab pulls. You can make flowers out of these. There's lots of possibilities to use these for, so I always save those. But if you put your plastic in here and then put two cards together, you could put a butterfly in there, words, anything, and they're kind of called specimen tags, I think is what a lot of people call them. But they're really, really cute. And then to decorate the outside around it, they're really cute. You can even take like a picture like this and just put a piece in there like that, and it looks really cute when you put them on your journals. Okay, I think that should be dry. I'm going to fold this, sorry if I'm off screen here, fold this back the other direction so that I can open this little pocket that we put in here. Oh, my glue is not dry. That's going to take a little while to dry, I think. But we can still get our, I think, our little confettis to drop down in there. And you can actually put these on there before you glue. Little tiny sequins would look really pretty in here. Or little tiny snowflakes. I've thought about making like a globe one and putting the little snow that you get at like Joann Fabrics or Walmart carries it, just the little teeny tiny ones, and make like a snow globe with snow in it. That would be pretty with a real pretty scene inside it. Okay, we got them in there. I'm gonna have to glue this. I guess for camera I should have used double-sided tape. It's a lot quicker. This usually dries really quick, but I might have put a little too much on there. Who knows? If something's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong on camera. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this top flap closed too. Try to get the wrinkles out. I know I have one of those glue erasers somewhere. I know I have one. I remember buying it last year, but for the life of me, I cannot find that thing. Okay. Now, we're going to close our little flap up. Fold in these little sides. Glue them. Both sides. That was crooked at first, but I think it's just, I didn't fold it all the way in right. I'm going to trim this edge right here. There we go. And you can use the regular CD envelopes that you get and just decorate those up. They'll be bigger. You can make these any size you want. Somewhere I have a little small one that I had made, but it has disappeared. And then you can still use this as an envelope because there is a pocket behind all that. Or you can seal it up and just leave it as the shaker. And then it'll shake better, of course, once it's dry. But yeah, it's kind of cute. I like it. I think we'll put it in this journal somewhere before we're done. And then you can just glue this down to the page. And then, of course, like I said, you still have the pocket there. I'm gonna add a little more glue to that where I cut that, I think. There we go. But yeah, and I appreciate you guys being here with me, spending some time crafting. Like I said, I'm new to all of this, so kind of bear with me. We'll get there. I'll get there. I'll do a better job. We can make another one, or you could have made the back but I thought with this picture, the white background looked a little bit better. But you could have just doubled this up or used double-sided paper, which I didn't have any of that I liked for this background. So, there we have that. If there's anything specific that you'd like to see, let me know. I am working on like 3 different journals right at the moment. I have this one I've been working on. I'm working on the inside of it now so I can get it put together and finished up. This is a hardback journal. I have my fall theme journal, which of course I'm a little behind on. But I do have it pretty much put together. Just have to decorate the inside of it. With little pockets on the front and the back. And this is material, so it's soft cover. I did put some cardstock in the middle so that it's a little sturdier. So it's not going to fall apart on you or anything. And then I have this one, which is kind of a fall themed. I kind of like this tapestry fabric. But those are the ones I'm working on now. I need to get finished up in the next week or so, hopefully this week. But thanks for joining me again for Coffee and Crafting, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.